Captain Gray stroked his tentacle beard as he observed the training grounds, an amused glint in his 3 eyes. You want to pit your best cadets against our human one? Are you certain, Commander Voss? The tall, mantis-like alien commander clicked, his mandibles confidently. Absolutely. Your human specimen has impressed us with her unconventional solutions, but a proper battle simulation requires actual combat skills. Gray nodded, hiding his smile. Very well. But I suggest we make it interesting. Isolation protocol. No weapons for any participant. Agreed, Voss said. The human will face 5 of our elite cadets simultaneously without backup. Just ensure your medical team is standing by, Gray warned. But Voss dismissed this with a wave of his serrated, 4-limbed. Cadet Lisa Adams stood alone in the preparation chamber, breathing steadily as the artificial intelligence announced the parameters. Isolation protocol activated. Simulation begins in 30 seconds. Objective: neutralize all opponents or secure the command module. Weapon systems disabled. Lisa closed her eyes, her mind racing through the Academy's combat manuals. As the only human in the Galactic Federation's elite training program, she'd endured months of skepticism, ridicule, and outright hostility. This is their attempt to wash me out, she muttered, stretching her limbs. 5 against 1, no weapons, and I'm supposed to beat aliens with natural armor and twice my strength. The chamber walls retracted, revealing a sprawling urban battlefield bathed in the light of 3 artificial suns. Lisa immediately spotted the command module, a glowing hexagonal platform positioned atop a 7-story building across the simulation zone. 5 figures materialized at different entry points. The aliens, each representing a different species, from the Federation's member worlds, began scanning for her, their enhanced sensory organs giving them tremendous advantages over human perception. Lisa didn't move. Instead, she dropped to one knee and scooped up a handful of simulation dust. In the observation deck, Commander Voss leaned forward. She's not moving. Is there a malfunction? Captain Gray shook his head. No malfunction. She's thinking. Thinking? Voss scoffed. My cadets will have her surrounded in 30 seconds. Perhaps, Gray replied. But humans don't think like we do. Lisa analyzed the battlefield methodically. 2 opponents approached from the north, moving in a standard pincer formation. Another scaled the eastern building with remarkable speed, while 2 more advanced from the south. She had exactly 120 seconds to win. Lisa stood and shouted, her voice echoing across the simulation. Hey, over here! All 5 aliens turned toward her, exactly as she had calculated. The human smiled and threw the handful of dust high into the air, where it caught the light of the 3 artificial suns. What is she doing? Voss demanded. Is this some human surrender ritual? Gray remained silent, watching. The dust particles glittered in the sunlight, momentarily creating a dazzling display that confused the aliens' highly sensitive visual organs. It was only a distraction of a few seconds, but that was all Lisa needed. She sprinted toward the nearest utility access panel, a feature the simulation architects had included for realism but never expected to be used. With practiced precision, she pried it open and reached inside, finding the environmental control module. The aliens recovered quickly, converging on her position. The tallest one, a reptilian cadet with razor-sharp claws, lunged forward. Lisa twisted the environmental control dial to its maximum setting, just as the alien's shadow fell over her. A high-pitched whine filled the simulation zone as the atmospheric processors kicked into overdrive. Suddenly, the artificial gravity fluctuated wildly, causing the aliens to stumble in confusion. But Lisa was ready. Humans had evolved on a planet with relatively high gravity, making them uniquely adapted to gravitational changes. While her opponent struggled to maintain balance, she pushed off the ground with controlled force, launching herself upward in the temporarily reduced gravity field. She soared toward the building housing the command module, using her momentum to reach the second-floor ledge. That's cheating, Voss sputtered. Gray shook his head. The simulation rules stated no weapons. Environmental controls weren't classified as weapons in your briefing. But your cadets are still in the fight, Gray pointed out. Let's see what happens. The aliens regrouped quickly, adapting to the shifting gravity. Two began scaling the building in pursuit of Lisa, while the others circled around to cut off potential escape routes. Lisa climbed steadily, using the architectural features as handholds. The gravity continued to fluctuate in waves, a side effect she had counted on. When a surge of heavy gravity hit, the pursuing aliens were pressed against the building, their movements slowed. When gravity lightened, Lisa used the opportunity to climb faster. On the 5th floor, an alien appeared above her, having reached the roof from another direction. It hissed, displaying rows of needle-like teeth. Lisa smiled. "You're right on time." She reached for the building's fire suppression system and yanked hard on the emergency release. Immediately, the sprinklers activated, dousing the entire structure with water. The sudden deluge caught the alien off guard, its species naturally averse to moisture. It retreated instinctively, giving Lisa the opening she needed. 2 floors higher. With 90 seconds elapsed, Lisa reached the roof. The command module glowed invitingly just meters away, but between her and victory stood 3 determined opponents. "Surrender, human," one growled, its voice translated by the simulation interface. "You cannot defeat us without weapons." "Who said I needed weapons?" Lisa replied. She reached down and disconnected a section of the wet sprinkler piping, causing a focused stream of water to spray across the roof surface. The water quickly pooled, creating a slick surface that reflected the bright artificial suns. The aliens hesitated, uncertain of her strategy. That moment of confusion was all Lisa needed. She dropped flat and slid across the wet surface, passing between 2 startled opponents before they could react. One alien lunged, but slipped on the wet surface. Another tried to intercept her but was blinded by the reflected sunlight bouncing off the water. Lisa reached the command module and slapped her hand on the activation panel. The simulation immediately froze. "Simulation complete," announced the AI. "Objective achieved in 117 seconds. New record established." The observation deck fell silent. Commander Voss's mandibles hung open in shock. Captain Gray allowed himself a small smile. "Commander, you must understand something about humans. They evolved on a death world where they were neither the strongest nor the fastest species. They survived not through natural weapons or armor, but through something far more dangerous." "What?" Voss asked weakly. "Problem solving," Gray replied. "To a human, everything is a potential tool. They don't see limitations, they see possibilities." As Lisa emerged from the simulation chamber, Gray nodded respectfully. The human cadet had just proven what he'd known all along. In the right circumstances, an unarmed human was the most dangerous creature in the galaxy.